to project an invoice, I don't know what to call it, of a music minister in Nigeria. This is the invoice. So this is it. Let me read what is there. Minister will be accompanied with a minimum of 40 persons. They will all return the day after the event. All right, 4 male members, travel arrangements. Flight will be booked for both the outbound and return journeys. Artists will fly first class compulsory. Team will fly economy. Hotel reservation must be covered by the church. Executive suite for the minister. 2 executive rooms for the 4 males. Meal must be provided for minister and the accompanying person. Preference will be given to Nigerian cuisine. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Honorarium, listen, $10,000. Mode of payment, a non-refundable 50% payment has to be made before we can have this event on our calendar. The balance of 50% must be made 2 days before the event. Thank you. May God bless you. The mistake on that stuff is the word honorarium used.
Well, this is Femi Lazarus talking about music ministers and the charging and the rest of it. Well, I think there's a person that posted on Twitter saying that Pastor Femi Lazarus actually charges for his school of ministry $150 per person. And the person was calling out Pastor Femi Lazarus saying that, why are you criticizing gospel minister, whereas you charge also for your ministry? But I'm not here to say whether the person is right or wrong. But I just wanted to read the comments for you. And the comment, I learned something from this comment. He thinks school should be free. School for months and singing for 1 hour. TIMI, you should know more than this. If he's teaching for just 2 hours and charging such, then it's crazy. But the school, not a stage for 1 hour. But I feel this doesn't really make a point, because the problem we have here is not the amount. The problem we have is the intention. Why are these ministers charging? So I don't have a problem with the minister having $1 million when he ministers $2 million. The problem we are having is that you don't have to charge. You don't have to charge to minister to people. If gospel minister, as people say is in the Bible, which I didn't see, if you are a gospel minister and you are ministering God to people, you don't have to charge. So it's not the amount, it's the intention. So, but there's somebody made a point here. He said, I see many in the comment section taking sides with pastor, which is Pastor Femi Lazarus, because he charges lesser. Are you kidding me? Let's do some simple math. Let's say pastors have 1,000 people go through his program every year. He charges $150. 150 times 1,000 people, that's $150,000. That's 235 million naira. This guy has a point. It's still the same thing, because most gospel ministers might not even minister up to 1,000 times in a year. But literally, this program can have 1,000 people paying $150. And this guy kind of has a point, but what will I say? It's where we are. It is what it is. But this comment took me off board, actually. This person said, I'm not even defending Pastor Femi, but this doesn't equate. Doesn't he have teachers to pay? The space, etc. Comparing charging $10,000 after all the conditions mentioned in the post. I beg, 2 of them not equate. But this is the hypocrisy we are talking about. Now you are saying Pastor Femi wants to pay teachers, right? The gospel ministers are paying bands. They are telling you that they are paying for spaces. They are paying band. They are paying session. So why don't you think the money they are collecting is equating to those sessions? So you see, the problem people have in this body of Christ, they don't even know the problem they are trying to address. It's not the amount. The problem we are trying to address is the intention, not the amount. So this person actually is being hypocritical, because it's still the same thing. Many gospel ministers will tell you they have bills to pay, they have studio sessions to pay, and what have you. So, well, it is what it is. But having said that, the only thing I will comment is that in the Bible, this is the reason why Jesus never had any, he didn't really explicitly have any positive comment about money throughout his ministry, because the problem with money is that money is a god of this world, and the thing it does, if not properly subjected, it divides people. So the reason why it's been like this, pastors in Nigeria has overemphasized this money conundrum about people having money have a special relationship with God, or is in so much good standing with God that money has been used to equate that God has been with a man. I know many pastors might not say it, but the way people are walking now in this life with money, they they act as though with their money, God is really working with them and confirming them. And they think the signs and wonders the Bible said you will be confirmed with. Some think it's money. So the thing is, be careful about this thing called money. If we see now, we are not persecuting people for preaching Christ anymore in Nigeria. We're not persecuting people for preaching the Bible. We are persecuting people for money. And it doesn't make any sense. If money is what people are being persecuted for, it's actually a shame, you know. I want to talk something about money. And people have not noticed this thing. Money is a way people actually tend to escape guilt. Take, for example, a politician somewhere went to steal and embezzle money. He feels bad because he has conscience, right? He will feel bad for stealing the money. But there's something I want to point out to you. What he's going to do with that money is he will open a charity organization. Let's say he stole $300 million. He spends $50 million in opening a charity organization and helping a lot of children. And he starts giving to churches. People will look at him that this is a good man, but neither do they know that he's trying to escape the guilty conscience that comes from stealing that money. And it's the same thing that some pastors do. Some pastors know that there are some seeds they are coming up. It's not biblical. But at the end of the day, they use that same money they take to actually do good things. Yes, they actually help the poor and do so many good things. But that's the problem with money. What money does, money gives you a chance to escape that guilt. That's the reason why a ritualist that I've heard that doing ritual is bad. Next 2 hours of service, when they start talking about seed and start emphasizing how people that give are so much good, are so much better, why he is relieved of that guilt is because he feels, especially when you're in a prosperity church, he feels somehow that giving this money will somehow relieve him from guilt. Because if he gives this money, the church is going to use to help the poor, and it will be relieved that although I know I'm doing something bad, but I'm helping the poor. So it's the reason why money has to be scrutinized in people's hearts. And there should be a replacement from money to Christ. Because when Christ is there, it becomes willingly. It doesn't become compulsory. Because when Christ is not there, people will always want to use money to escape guilt. It happens to all of us. You give money and escape guilt. And I think that's all I have to say. God bless.